This was so much fun, so thank you. This is the last time we will be seeing each other. I'm married!
What the? Good day, madam. I don't care if you're married. I still love you.
You know this guy? It was a one-time thing.
My husband cheated on me. I was looking for someone to have an affair with so I could throw it in his face.
You screwed your last wife, Stensland.
No. Oh, God. Oh, God!
You've urinated in your shorts.
You pointed a gun in my face and I already had to go.
Morgan's faithlessness has emboldened me to take a vacation. I'm moving in here for a while.
What? You said it looked like a pirate ship and smelled of beef noodles.
And you said it smelled of man. And you were right.
Grady, what are you doing here?
I live here now, woman. We bonded over the mutual hatred of you.
Morgan, I don't hate you per se.
Will you just shut up?
All right.
Please.
I'll stop
You
talking
talk too much
right now, okay?
Stop.
Oh, this is so twisted.
We gotta get out there. We gotta get some. I gotta cash in and bang some strange card.
No.
Yes.
No.
Drink it. 92% alcohol. You all right?
Yeah.
That was a delightful bubble bath.
Adventure's erupting all around you, and I'm hating it.
I sleep with the one guy who's pissed off that his one-night stand isn't just a one-night stand.
I can't wait to get these people out of my life.
Oh, God, you're weird. Get my pawn. Yeah, you're screwed.
What's wrong with you people? This isn't fun.